Alright, today I'm going to demonstrate how to clean a gar. We have three types of gar in Kansas. There's long-nosed gar, short-nosed gar, and spotted gar. This is a long nose here. You can start this one of two ways. You need to get through these scales to get past them and through this armor. I'm going to use a hacksaw. Another option is to use a hatchet. But what you want to do is get through here, and you're just trying to get a place so you can get a blade through there. So I got through. The next thing I'm going to do is use these snips here. And this is the most difficult part of the process. But all you want to do is cut right down that backbone from the fish's head to its tail. A decent pair of snips will make all the difference in the world here. Take it right back here to the dorsal fin. Alright, what I'm going to do now, what you don't have to do, is kind of cut down the sides here so you can see what's going on a little bit better. Maybe. That's just dislodging the muscle from the skin. I'm just kind of using my finger to get through there and do that. There we go. Do that here on the other side. It's just trying to break up that membrane. And these scales are sharp. You do this, be careful. This is where I'm just going to kind of cut it down a little bit. Again, this isn't something that you need to do. I'm hoping it'll make this demonstration a little more helpful. Alright, so once you get that skin kind of starting to peel back, you get your knife. You can use any type of knife you want. Some folks will use a fillet knife. I prefer to use a sturdier knife, a deer hunting knife. And all you're doing is getting in there and cutting the meat off of the skin. So it's cutting the tissue. You can see this tissue here. So all you're trying to do is cut that down to the bottom of the ribs. Then we go Alright, so we'll open this up a little bit. And this fish has two back straps. It's got its backbone right here down the middle. Its ribs come off, and this meat just kind of straddles those ribs. So I got this little break here. I'm going to start my cut, and I'm cutting right down to the ribs. I can feel the ribs on the tip of the knife. And then it's just following the ribs down the tip of the knife. Just cutting that back strap of meat out. And this meat is boneless. It's not flaky. It's kind of has a mushy texture. So if you're used to crappie or walleye, that's not what this is going to be like. The flavor's good. It's much more mild than you'd expect. A lot of folks will cook this real similar to salmon patties. So you get this meat, and you can mix it up with some cracker crumbs and some eggs. Form it into balls or patties. Stick them in the hot grease. You end up with a pretty good meal. So again, I'm just kind of following the ribs with my knife. And you end up with a nice chunk of boneless meat. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Again, just running the knife along the backbone. You're kind of getting the point off the ribs. You can feel it. Kind of use your fingers to break up some of that connective tissue, guide it a little bit. If you've ever cleaned a deer, this is real similar to getting the back strap off a deer. You can see that white meat. It's a high quality meat. Again, you get just a nice piece of meat that you can fry or cook however you want. That's what the inside of it looks like. Once you get that meat out of there, again, it just kind of has its ribs going down this way. Its backbone. That meat just kind of lays in there. You get that cut out of there, and you end up with some good meat from a fish that's underutilized.